Welcome to Two Sister Studio. We're going to make a star nativity ornament today, the sweet reminder of the reason for the season. You will need a galvanized star that we bought from Dollar Tree, raffia, the tumbling blocks, the small ones that you get from Dollar Tree, the antique wax or any stain you like, Spanish moss, weld bond, Mod Podge. I did a printable template, and also gold rub and buff. I used two different dress it up buttons. I used the Nativity one and the Good Shepherd one. And also you need the small cubes that you get from Dollar Tree. Take your galvanized star now and some gold rub and buff, and you're gonna get your buttons out. You'll need the angels and the star. You're going to take the gold rub and buff and go around the edges of the star. A little goes a long way, so I use my finger to do it. And all the raised edges of the wings of the angels on the buttons, you're going to use the rub and buff on both of the angels, and you're going to do the raised edges on the star button. Then you're going to take the galvanized star again. You're going to add Mod Podge to the inside of the star. You're going to cut from your template the bottom part of the star. That way when you put it in, it's the right size. If you use the top part of the star, it's going to be too big and you'll have to trim it again. And then you're going to put Mod Podge again, put it all around, and then you're going to set it aside while you're building the manger. So you're going to stain 5 of the tumbling blocks with the antique wax or whatever stain you'd like. So you're going to take the 5 tumbling blocks and 2 cubes, which I've already done. I've just moved the other ones aside so you guys wouldn't have to wait. So you're going to form it into a manger. You see how they're barely touching on the bottom, the 2 going up, and then we're adding the small cubes. So that way it holds it all together nicely. You're going to weld bond those wood pieces together. Except the roof, you're just going to put them aside for now. So this is one I already put together. Now you're going to take the raffia and the 2 pieces for the roof. You're going to add the raffia to the top and the front. It's going to overhang a little bit on both ends. So you're going to do the whole top and the front. And you see I've already done that there. And then see how the extra pieces. And the reason for that, where you have a little bit overhang, when you put them together, so it all goes together nice like a finished look. You're going to still have to add a couple pieces afterwards. Now you're going to take your star and you're going to add the bottom part of the manger, and you're going to kind of line it up with the star top so it's even inside there. The bottom of the manger will be touching the bottom of the star that comes up. I used the weld bond and the hot glue, so you have it stick now, and then you have the forever stick. And you just gently press that in. Now you're going to add the roof. It's going to give the roof a straw, rustic look. And you see how we're adding the raffia on the bottom front again, just to cover where it all connected, so it's all blended together. you're going to trim it all up to make sure it looks good. Now you're going to add the Spanish moss. Just a little bit of Spanish moss goes a long way. So you're just going to, it's very messy too. You're going to take the Spanish moss and just get enough to cover the wood on the bottom there, and you're going to stuff some in the holes near the bottom too. So you're just going to glue that all in, and then glue some to the bottom part of the top part of the manger, if that makes any sense. You're going to glue that all in so Jesus, Mary, and Joseph have a place to sit where it's covered with the Spanish moss. You're going to trim up the bottom because, well, it's messy, so it all will look clean when you're done. And then you might as well take that extra and just go ahead and glue that in some places. And then one last trim. Finally, we get to glue the buttons in. You're gonna glue. I glued in the baby Jesus first to put it right in the center, in the manger, and then I glued. If you're looking straight at the star, then I glued Mary to the right and Joseph to the left, just resting along that moss line in the back of the manger. Then I take the angel and I glued the angel to the top of the manger, and the star on the top. And the star, you want to put the higher part of the star on top, and you just make sure you put the glue on top of where the button is on the back, and that way it just sticks in that corner perfect of the star. Now I'm gluing in the shepherds on the left of Joseph, if you're looking straight, and then the angel to the right of the small angel to the right of Mary in front of the manger. And now we're going to add the donkey right in front of the angel. The rest of the animals, we're just going to glue them to the front right there. And that's it. You have a handmade star nativity ornament. It's simple, meaningful, makes a beautiful gift or keepsake for your tree. If you love this project, don't forget to check out the printable step-by-step guide in the description. And as always, you can do this, glue strings and all. Thanks for crafting with me, and I'll see you next time on Two Sisters Studio.